Welcome to Airguns Coffee Talks with Airguns Raider and my buddy Hip Shot. Guys, if you see the thumbnail today, as you can see, guys, today we're going to cover the Glocks. So this is Airgun Collecting 101, and we're going to cover the Glocks. We have Glock Gen 4, Glock Gen 5, and Glock Gen 3. So guys, coffee's hot. You guys know what to do. Get your cup of coffee or your favorite beverage and meet myself and my Airguns companion, Hip Shot, on the other side. Okay, we're back. So let's get a little background story on why I have these Glocks and what's going on with them, guys. So guys, at one point, I wasn't interested in owning the Glocks. My mind just wasn't, I was collecting other types of air guns. And at the time, my mind wasn't thinking, hey, I'm going to start collecting in groups or groupings. It wasn't until I really purchased these, because these were the last replica pistols that I believe I've purchased at this point so far. And one of the things about them was I decided to go and purchase the Glock 3rd generation, which was more reasonable at the time, because I really hadn't made up my mind whether or not I was going to purchase one of these things, and just my mind was not on Glocks. So the reason why my mind wasn't on Glocks, guys, is because I have 4 guns, guys. I have 2 of each that I'm about to put on this table that were in the understanding of striker fire type air pistols that were supposed to be replicated from striker fire firearms. And so one is a replica, one is not a replica, but it is fashioned after striker fire, and I have 2 of each. So when I purchased these guys, I got good deals on them. And if you know anything about my videos, I've talked about them. And this is the UMAREX 40 XP. And so if you put it up against the Glock, you see some similarities, at least in the slides. It has that square type slide and that striker fire backing. And so because of that, now I had purchased them. Like I said, I've got two of these, and then I also have 2 of these. So this is the Beretta APX, and this is a licensed replica of the APX firearm. So because of that, my mindset was, I really don't, I'll get around to purchasing and collecting the Glocks, just not right now. That was at least where I was with these things. And so when I did get around to them, I bought the first one, which was the Glock Gen 3. So, for that reason, guys, because I have 2 of the 40 XPs and I have 2 of the APXs, I have made the decision not to purchase the Glocks. So, like many of my guns, guys, these guns on this table right now, I don't believe I've shot any of them, because I collect the guns, guys, and sometimes I just don't get around shooting them. I get them and I unbox them, and I enjoy them, and I put them aside because I have a pretty good collection of air guns, and when I get a chance to shoot them, I get a chance to shoot them, and then a lot of times I don't. So we're going to find out at least what some of these guns are going to be about today. I don't think I'm gonna shoot all of them. I'm gonna shoot each Glock, guys, and I think I'm gonna add the Beretta as a compare and contrast in terms of because it's a replica, and we'll save the XP for a different video. So, and then I have another gun out in the range waiting. So we're gonna shoot today, guys. So anyway, let me get on with this. So sometimes when you collect, like I collect, you know, to joke about it, you get a little greedy. So, you know, I wasn't greedy, guys, but I definitely was enamored by the thought of, you know what? And I bought these back to back to back to back. So when I got the Glock Gen 3, guys, my mind was, okay, so let's go ahead and, you know, collect the other two. None of these right here, guys, were on sale. So I didn't get deals like I normally got. I might have got a little discount on the shipping, but none of them were on sale when I purchased them. So sometimes it's that way. So in this case, because I decided to go ahead and up my game on my Glock situation. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. I'm very sorry, guys. Yeah, this one. This Glock, this is the Glock Gen 4. The Glock Gen 4 was on sale, so I stand corrected. And I purchased that, guys, based on the fact that it came with 3 magazines, and I got a bundle deal out of it. And you guys, if you watch my videos enough, you know where I purchased this one, because I just had this in a video. So sometimes my mind is not here, guys. So anyway, that was the case. And so I purchased that one next. And so at the time, guys, I was looking for the Glock Gen 5, which is in this conversion kit. This is an AW custom conversion kit. I've got a video on it when I unboxed it, but this will be the first time we use it. So this conversion kit, guys, is airsoft. So I was curious in my mind. I said, okay, I wonder if this one is made for Glocks. So because Glocks are replicas and airsoft Glocks are the same, I figured that if I got this one, it would probably function and it probably would fit. But I took a gamble on it because my mind was like, okay, what if the dimensions are slightly off and they wouldn't fit? So each one of these guns fit inside of this conversion kit. So I got lucky on that. And I wanted a conversion kit, guys, for the purposes of doing different types of shooting and stuff. So I put that together. The kit didn't come with the handle here, the foregrip, and it didn't come with the optic, but it came with iron sights. And well, the iron sights are molded in. This one is particularly molded in, and then this one is a flip up back sight, and then also it has a folding stock to it. So yeah, I got the deal on that one, but this one I had to wait on because it was out of stock. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to get it anyway. So I went on and pre-ordered it. And when it came in, I went on and purchased it. And that's how I got to the Glocks, guys. But I really wasn't. And then I'm glad that I did, because I went over some of the Glock understanding in my other video. And the other thing, guys, is that, you know, what slightly that I know about Glocks. I don't know about Glock firearms. But it seems like every channel I watch and everything that I've heard about Glocks, and they say they're like really reliable. They don't, you know, form fits function. They don't. It's not a very appealing gun as for as visual aesthetics. You know, people are like, you know, they're playing, but they shoot well, and they're very durable, and they say they shoot a lot of rounds through the firearms, and they have no problems and no issues. And so a lot of the gunners, I watch firearm gunners as well as airsoft gunners, and I'm just all over the board, guys, because I just I have just a slight fascination with some of these things. But in the air gun, I don't own real guns. But you know, that doesn't mean I won't own them someday. And some of these cost as much as a real gun, guys. Maybe not exactly the same model, but yeah, you pay a pretty penny for some of these guns if you wanna collect. So just know that when you go out there. But so I put this together. And I also have a video where I made a case for it so that I could house my collection, guys, because space is a premium. But you know, on my channel, guys, I like to have a lot of fun and creative type solutions to things, and I've done creative solution type videos and whatnot. So yeah. So anyway, though, this is the purpose and the reason for me purchasing these Glock. Okay, guys, so we're out here in the range. As you can see, I've got my table up, guys, and it's got full of guns, guys. So we're gonna cover each of these guns, guys. Not really gonna go into detail. They're just gonna be used for comparison and shooting. So I have the XBG TAC conversion, and I have the Glock conversion by AW Customs. And then we'll do, like I told you, inside the Beretta APX and the Glock 17 Gen 3. And then we'll do some shooting with these with the 6 Hour P226 and Glock Gen 5. Those are both pellet guns. Hopefully shots in this one. So I like the way this here feels. It feels better to me in the hand than the Beretta, and I like it. It's just a little bit different. You have finger grooves here on this one. You have the same thing here on this one, but they just, I don't know, they're cut deeper. I feel like they're cut deeper. So, I don't know. Second shot. Even the sound of that one seems a little bit better. Okay, guys, quick note on this Beretta APX. I don't know if you can see this here with it. This is the stick bag. I don't know, spring is kind of fiddly. When I go to load them, they tend to spew out of the front for some reason. I don't understand why that is, but not quite sure how that's working. Okay, guys, so we're just gonna do a mag dump with the Beretta, see how that goes. So lock the back. Okay, guys, so we'll do the same thing with the Glock. Okay, guys, up first is a P226. It's at the bottom. Let's see how this one, we're gonna do single shots here. Okay, I'm back. I had some issues. It looks like I have a strip screw on my SIG P226 mount, but I'm not gonna stop shooting. We're just gonna go ahead and go with what we got and deal with those technical problems after the next time, or I get a chance to deal with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Glock Gen 5 pellet pistol. Okay, so guys, I'm on this thing where I'm shooting with the RMR on bolt. It's been a while that I put these on, and I know that I didn't sight them in, so we're just gonna use them as they are given to us. Okay, so SIG is the bottom. We're at the top now, and I'm just using the red dot sight, guys. I don't know if it's on or not, but that's what we're doing. This one's a little tight for its first shots. I don't know, that belt seems like it's gritty. Okay, so we're gonna go with the Glock this time first. I don't know, got a feeling that this belt is not correctly fed, but we'll see. Hopefully I don't have to take this thing apart, but we'll go ahead and try to shoot this one based on the iron sights and see if I can get any results. So it's just tight. guys, so I've done a little reloading on my pistols. I've got a couple gong targets. I don't usually just put paper on them like that, but I'm going to do it today just to see what I can do. See if I, you know, I don't have the sight adjusted, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to kind of look through the sight and see if I can't hit these in the target zone. And we'll just do some random shooting. I'm going to shoot, the SIG is going to be on the right, and then the Glock is going to be on the left. So we're going to start out with where I put in my hand first. So I got the Glock guys, so they've been reloaded. I have no idea if this one here, nice and tight, guys. I like the way that it is, and I like the way that it shoots. Now it's loosened up. I don't know if with this belt fed system, it's been really tight. Yeah. See, now it's misfiring. Okay. So I don't know what that is. Hold on. Okay, so that one, guys, I think the misfires was because I didn't feed all the pellets. I thought I had them all, so, but we'll resume. So also remember, guys, this is a pellet gun, so it won't lock back. I will tell you right now, yeah, some of them must have misfed. Thought I had them. So that's going to be it on that. Okay, so we'll do the SIG now. I'm going to do this one-handed. I'm really not, I don't. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to do some of this too. Yeah. So I wish the pellet guns would lock back, guys, but they don't. Just have to go off the sound. So we're gonna put these on the table and we'll talk a little bit about them at the end. Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shoot the tack conversions now. This is the XBG UMAREX tack conversion for the XBG. So, guys, you know, when I usually have things laying around that I make up. Sometimes I don't use. This is one of them. This is ICSP type style target, and is it ICSP? No, anyway. So that's what type of target this one is, and so it's a DIY type project with just cans on it. So we'll shoot that target based on this tack. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think I'm gonna lower the lights now as well. So let's see if I can hit any of this. it coming out, but I don't hear it. What's it doing? Okay. Another case where these sights are not working. Too high and too low. Nothing. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's another situation, guys, where these sights are not lining up. I don't know. This one has flip-up sights. Let's see if I can do anything with those, because that's not working. That's not working either. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm hitting the target. I can't tell for sure. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's see. No, something's. I'm high. I gotta find where this thing is landing. Yeah, sights are off. Or it's not shooting either one, but it's not, it's not doing what I needed to do. Okay, guys, so we're gonna see what's happening with the Glock 17 Gen 4 in this AW custom tack converter. I don't know. I'm gonna maybe, if this is not working, I'm gonna have to just go to paper next and see what that is. So this one here racks the slide back with it. Okay, guys, you think it would work, but it's not gonna work without CO2 in it. So I forgot to put CO2 in it. So we'll see if we fare better with this one. Guys, so I got these on with the sights, but I think that they're functioning properly. Could be wrong. I'm just gonna go ahead and deposit it at the top of the single shots here. Tack conversions. Just going with the red dots and have no idea. Still using the red dot. let's quickly go over these targets that I shot today. Guys, this is a Beretta APX. It's at the top, and this was the Glock Gen 3. So that was the result I had on that. That seemed fairly well. That was with the front and back sight with no optics on it. But I mean, you know, I don't know if it's positioned or how, but we're lined up with the shots, but they weren't. That's where they went. So this one here was the double taps, guys. So that didn't go so well. I thought maybe that would, guys. I'm at 10 feet, and this is what I'm getting. So we do a mag dump, guys, on the Beretta APX. So looks like we got one, maybe two in the center. All the rest were spread out. So this is the Glock Gen 3. Got 3, 4 close in the center, and the rest they just were everywhere. You know, BB guns, they do that. But, you know, also, guys, I'm having move over to the pellet guns, which was the 6-hour P226 and the Glock 17 Gen 5. And so I don't know what was going on here. Well, I do. I have optics on these two guns, guys, and first time I shot them, I think that they need to be dialed in. In fact, I know they do. So I was having real problems with that. So I turned to trying to shoot with the iron sights, but the peephole is kind of small and you can't really see over, but that was what I got. And I think these are mixed shots, so I just circled whatever I had based on those two guns. So we turn to the gong, and I'm shooting on the gong, guys. Just, you know, I wanted to put a target on there just to kind of see what that would be. So the gong with the P226, these results were that, you know, everything is relative. They're in the general area, but you know, I've come to some conclusions on shooting these guns, guys. And then when I come here to the TAC converters, and I'm having the same problem with the issues of the sights, but also I'm having a problem, guys, with AW Custom that was on the Glock Gen 4. So what I discovered was there's a screw that's a little bit slightly long, so I had to adjust that screw in order for the blowback to take hold. But also, guys, I noticed that my blowback action wasn't as smooth as it needed to be. So I need, short of putting grease up in there, I'm gonna have to take a Dremel, and I'm gonna have to Dremel out a little bit of area because it wasn't sticking a whole lot, but it stuck a little bit. So maybe it's because that was made for airsoft. I couldn't tell you, but they fit. So I don't know, but I'll solve that problem eventually. So we didn't get any results on the double taps on this one, and we barely got anything shot on this one because the sights they need dialed in, guys. That's just plain and simple. With that, and I did some last shooting, guys. Really more or less some generalized shooting to get the rest of my CO2 going because I hate to waste CO2. So you have the APX in blue. Those were the shots, pretty much how they grouped. And you have the Glock 17 Gen 3 in those areas. So this is the last one I shot, guys. So the Glock 17 Gen 3 ran out of gas, so there are no shots on here with that. And this is the 6-hour P226, and these were the final shots that I had with that. And the gas was low, so when you're low, you get drops and stuff, guys. So it was a little bit better up in here, but start dropping off. So let's go and wrap this up. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So let's talk about the guns that we shot today, guys. We shot 6 guns today, guys. There were going to be a compare and contrast. Unfortunately, I started having some issues, but that's okay with the targets. But I will tell you how they shot. So we have the APX, guys. You know, for a gun, you know, it shoots okay. I have a problem with the clinky, clink, clink sound, guys. And that's the only thing that it feels good in the hand. But when I could take it and you know, it was more of a budget friendly gun. So you can tell that by the fit and the finish and the way that they did things, including the trigger, guys, because that trigger is pretty much just all plastic, polymer. And even though it looks the part, I had a lot of clink and clank with that, with the slide on that one. So, but the Glock Gen 3, guys, you can tell the difference in the Glocks. I will tell you that, even with it being in the tack converter. So, this Glock, the Glock Gen 3, it had didn't have any issues. It felt really good in the hand. There was no real issues with this, guys. The only thing, let's see, that I might have had an issue with is how you have to load this. How you have to load this here magazine, guys. That's the only thing I didn't like about this one, is because you have to load the magazine from the top here, even though the follower will come down and lock at the base. That just, you know, it's like put the hole down here like everybody else, and I think we will be fine with that. Not much on this here. It's still a stick mag. Let's move on, guys, to the Glock. This is the Glock Gen 5, guys, and it's the pellet pistol. So basically, guys, it shot pretty well. Except for, like I said, my optics and things need to be dialed in, and we'll get to that. You know, one of the things I always know, guys, shooting these guns, you know, it's better to shoot 1, maybe 2 guns at a time. When you get to doing 6 at a time in a period that you're trying to, you know, get a video done, you're going to run into some problems and some issues. Nothing bad, let me say that. Just the issues that you're going to run into are like jams and other things and stuff like that. So this one, guys, I shot for the first time. Everything feels well when you shoot this gun. The problem is also with the loading, guys. Loading, you know, is fine, but this belt was really stiff and it needed breaking in. So once I got the hang of that, I loaded it about 3 times. And it was fine on the 3rd time that I loaded it. But then the CO2 ran out. So one thing about these Glocks, guys, is that at least the ones that I'm experiencing, at least the PelletGun and the Gen 4 that I have, they really went through CO2. So that CO2 was just guzzled up. I guess shot out when I was shooting, but it ran out of, you know, CO2 a lot quicker than the other ones. And, you know, which in the case of the XBG, you can imagine, because it doesn't have a blowback. But the blowback on this is very good. So when it's solid like that, you're going to use up a lot of gas. So that's the only problem I had with this gun is the loading on this and how it loaded. And then, like I said, I didn't dial in my optics on any of these sights, guys. So the optics really weren't all that working for me. And that's because I haven't sat down, zeroed in. Sometimes you can get them out of the box and they work, you know, pretty well, but it didn't work for me. So this one here, guys, this P226, love the mechanism to load this thing, guys. All you do is pop that open and you put that CO2 in and you're ready to go. I don't know if it's proprietary, but if it is, you know, they need to sell those rights, man, and or let people take that technology, because it would be a lot easier than some of these guns, which, You know, I like the plates and stuff. All that authenticity of these is fine. This plate wasn't bad to get off, and it wasn't bad to load. Neither was this one. But I will tell you, I had a little fiddly problem with the Gen 4, and its magazine is it's not that bad. But the problem I had was this button. Now, see, this button is not like the button I have on. It was on the Springfield Army XDE. That has a button that's similar to this, but it's so much easier than this. This one here, you got to get something, poke it out, and then slide it. And I mean, it may be good because there's no shake or, you know, there's nothing. It's real solid. But I had a little problem with that, getting that out of there. And so the other thing I had problems with, like I said, had more to do with the fact that this TAC converter that I have, we're answering some questions. So I'm going to have to test this out a little bit further. I'm going to have to put in the Gen 5 and the Gen 3 in order to see if it's the same issue. But there's a screw in the back, guys, that I might either have to shave down, or, you know, if you loosely, if you don't squeeze it all the way down, it works okay. And I was able to shoot this gun with no problems. But because I squeezed it all the way down, and also the issue I'm having with the slide being kind of where it needs a little bit of work on the inside and breaking in, I don't think it's going to be any problems, because it felt really nice in the hand and it shot pretty well once it was shooting. But I do have to do maybe some Dremel work, or I don't want to put any grease in there. You know, I don't like grease on my guns and stuff, but I'll probably do a little sidewall Dremel work on there where the slide resides. And I think that will solve that issue for me on that particular gun. So the XBG, guys, as compared to it, at least the way it's been set up, it's, you know, like I said, it's not a blowback, but it feels just as good as the setup I have on the AW Custom, except for, you know, it's a little more solid because of the way I kitted it out with the foregrip. And this one is, you know, just a regular fold up foregrip, but it works for what it is, and the way it is, it doesn't have a lot of weight to it. But like I said, if I spend some time, like I do, you know, normally 1 or 2 guns instead of 6, I can focus on fixing the things, because if you know anything about video, and it takes quite a while in order for you to video anything, guys. And so if you start to run into problems, it takes even double time. And I'm kind of skipping over some of that because I don't, you know, this was not me outside trying to really enjoy my target shooting. This was me trying to review the feel and fit of the gun. So all that aside, let's get back to the Glocks. The Glocks, guys, I highly recommend. Because I don't know how they are, but like I said, they, you know, based on what people say in the industry, they tried to replicate them as close as they could, I believe, and they just shoot very well. There's no play in the slides, guys, and it functions better when you shoot. Even the sound of the pellet or the BB coming out is a lot better than this clinky clank clank that you're getting from the APX. You get a little bit from this one, but it's not a whole lot. It's not a lot like compared to some of the guns that I've shot before. So, you know, there you have it. But yeah, I like the way the Glock Gen 5, and I'll leave all the details, guys, based on what others have said about this. This is the culprit here. They don't like this magazine. I think they have problems with the belt sooner or later. Depends on how long you shoot, how many times you shoot it. This one here, guys, I took a daring chance and I shot some of the kind of work a little harder per shot. So I would shoot the pellet. Loading this thing, guys, that once you slide that open and it pops in, it's not a problem. You got big old gorilla hands like I have, you gotta take your time. But otherwise, it wasn't that bad. Not at all. I would recommend having a couple of these. I don't have two of these. I really don't do a lot of shooting. I would have more magazines because then you wouldn't have to go through that. Just shoot, all you want to, and then load later on. That took quite a while. It takes a little time to load. That one takes no time to load. This one here is good because once you got that follower down and the mechanism ends up locking, you can feed BBs here and you don't have no issues with that. The spring is very strong though in this. And I was having more problem with the stick magazines, guys, as usual, than I was having with those type of magazines. Because whenever you got this one down, what happens is you have to either place it into the gun, or you have to be very careful when you follow up because it shoots right out of the top. So, yeah. Hey guys, gonna go ahead. I'm starting to ramble and wrap this up, guys. I do recommend the Glocks. I like them. I will shoot them more, but they give you that feeling that you're using something, and they really work for me. So I'm glad I purchased them. So for myself, guys, my buddy Hip Shot, guys, you guys know the drill. We are right. Hip Shot out.